Hello, my Biblio darlings, and welcome to Bibliothesia, the channel where I bring stories to life by reading you a story. Now, in case you and I haven't met before, my name is Mally, and the story that I would love to read to you today is called Little Miss Greedy, and it's written by Roger Hargreaves. Now, before we read the story, let's remind our bodies that we're safe right here and right now. And how are we going to do that? Through two exercises. One is through a deep breathing exercise, and the other is through my sharing jokes with you, and you will laugh at the jokes, and hopefully. And when our bodies laugh, they automatically relax. So with that, let's do the first exercise, and that's a deep breathing exercise. And how it works is I'm going to ask you to pretend you have a pretend balloon inside your tummy. You're going to take deep breaths pretending to make the balloon bigger. Then we're going to hold the breath for 4 counts. Then we're going to exhale out for 8. So when you're ready, inhale deeply and make that pretend balloon bigger for 1, 2, 3, 4. And now hold the breath for And now exhale out for 8. Good job. You know, doing that deep breathing exercise is such a wonderful reminder that we are safe right here, right now. And I will also put out the invitation for you to do the deep breathing exercise, the same one, just after you wake up in the morning, at lunchtime, and just before you go to bed. And then also when you come back to watch more shows. So now I'm going to reach over and reach for my joke book and share with you some jokes. Are you ready? Here's the first one. Knock, knock. Who's there? Leaf. Leaf who? Leave me alone. Oh, like leave me alone. I wonder if the person's had a bad day. I don't know. Here's the second joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? Cargo. Cargo who? Cargo beep, beep. A cargo's beep, beep. Here's the third joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? Dewey. Dewey who? Do we have to keep telling silly jokes? Well, I'm hoping we do. Oh. So with that, I'm hoping you're feeling more relaxed. And let's read Little Miss Greedy by Roger Hargreaves. And I see a woman who's got orange skin. She has yellow hair that's pulled back in a bun. She has on a blue hat with a white rim around it. There's a white flower poking out. The blue hat is on top of her head. She has a tongue sticking kind of out of her mouth. She's wearing blue shoes. I wonder what life is like for Little Miss Greedy. Little Miss Greedy certainly was. What? Greedy! I'll say as greedy as a giant. And giants are really very greedy indeed. Little Miss Greedy lived in Cherry Cake Cottage. One lovely summer morning, a Monday, Little Miss Greedy awoke earlier than usual. She felt rather hungry, and so she went into her kitchen and cooked herself some breakfast. Some breakfast indeed. Sausages. Oh, and she has her tongue like that, so I guess she's really hungry. Now, if you had sausages for breakfast, or if I had sausages for breakfast, how many sausages would we have? 1, perhaps 2, maybe 3? Guess how many sausages Little Miss Greedy had for breakfast. How many sausages do you think she had? Oh my goodness! 61! Go on, count them. 66. Oh, sorry, not 61, 66. 66 succulent, sizzling sausages. And succulent means, oh, so delicious. Which is difficult to say. Let me try it again. 66 succulent, sizzling sausages. That is kind of difficult to say. And even more difficult to eat. Unless you're Little Miss Greedy. Do you think she's going to be able to eat 66 succulent, sizzling sausages? I don't know. Oh my goodness! Little Miss Greedy cut the last sausage on her plate in two and popped one half in her mouth. She sighed contentedly. That was nice, she thought to herself. Now what else shall I have? Guess what? I don't know. Toast! Now, if you had toast for breakfast, or if I had toast for breakfast, how many slices would we have? Perhaps 2, perhaps 3. Guess how many slices of toast little Miss Greedy had for breakfast? 23. 23 thick, tasty slices of tempting toast and marmalade. 23? Wow! Just as little Miss Greedy was licking the last crumb of the 23rd slice of toast from her lips, there was a knock at the door of Cherry Cake Cottage. It was the mailman. Oh, looks like the mailman is giving little Miss Greedy a letter. Letter for you, little Miss Greedy, he said cheerfully. Oh, good, smiled little Miss Greedy, for she liked it when someone sent her a letter. Would you like a cup of tea while you're here? She asked. I'm going to have one. One indeed. Just look at the size of little Miss Greedy's teapot. It's huge. The mailman had 1 cup of tea and a chat, thanked little Miss Greedy, and left. Little Miss Greedy poured herself another cup, another after the 11 other cups she'd already had, and opened her letter. It was from her cousin, Mr. Greedy. Dear little Miss Greedy, he had written. He always wrote to his cousin this way. Next Wednesday is my birthday. Please come to tea at 4 o'clock. Little Miss Greedy was delighted. She hadn't seen her cousin for quite some time. Wednesday was a lovely day. After a light lunch, I'll tell you what later, little Miss Greedy set off in her car to drive to Mr. Greedy's house. But before she set off, she put something on the back seat of her car, something large, Mr. Greedy's birthday present. And look, and there's little Miss Greedy. She has a smile on her face and she's driving, and it's a beautiful day with the sky is blue and the sun is out and the clouds are also out. And look at the worm that popped its head out of the ground. The worm is smiling. At 4 o'clock precisely, little Miss Greedy pulled up in front of Mr. Greedy's roly-poly sort of a house. Mr. Greedy was there to meet her. Hello, little Miss Greedy, he smiled. How lovely to see you after all this time. Happy birthday, laughed little Miss Greedy, and she gave Mr. Greedy a big kiss. Aw. Mr. Greedy blushed. Do come in, he said. Tea's all ready. Little Miss Greedy was following Mr. Greedy into his house when she remembered something. You know what it was, don't you? That's right, Mr. Greedy's birthday present. Wait a minute, she said. Can you help me to lift something out of the back of my car, please? She smiled. It's rather heavy, she added. Certainly, agreed Mr. Greedy. There on the back seat of little Miss Greedy's car was the biggest birthday cake you've ever seen in all your life. A huge, enormous, gigantic, colossal currant cake with thick pink icing on top and strawberry jam in the middle. Doesn't it look delicious? I only put 1 candle on it, explained little Miss Greedy as they carried it to the house, because I've forgotten how old you are. Oh, you shouldn't have, laughed Mr. Greedy. He licked his lips. But I'm glad you did. It sounds like Mr. Greedy was so happy of the gift that little Miss Greedy had brought. I baked it today, said little Miss Greedy. And then she chuckled. I have a confession to make, she said. This isn't the only cake I baked today. The first one looked so delicious, I ate it for breakfast. She chuckled again. And the second one looked so delicious, she went on, I ate that one for lunch. Mr. Greedy grinned from ear to ear. Time for tea, little Miss Greedy, he said. Wow. Sounds like little Miss Greedy loves to eat. And she loves to eat sausages and toast and big birthday cakes. Wow. She definitely sounds like she likes her food, which is so wonderful because food is so delicious. And now we've come to almost our time to wrap things up. So with that, let's do a second deep breathing exercise. And it's going to be just like the first one. So when you're ready, pretend you have a balloon inside your tummy and inhale deeply for 1, 2, 3, 4. And now hold it for and now exhale out for 8. Oh, that deep breathing exercise is a beautiful reminder that we are safe right here and right now. And the other way that I'm going to help to get your body relaxed is I'm going to lean over and pick up my joke book. And I'm going to share with you 3 knock-knock jokes. So here's the first one. Knock, knock. Who's there? Irish. Irish who? I wish you a Merry Christmas. Instead of Irish, I wish. Okay. And here's the second knock-knock joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? Interrupting pirate. Interrupting pirate. Arr! Get it? The pirate interrupted. Okay. And here's a third one. Knock, knock. Who's there? Water. Water who? What are you waiting for? Let me in. What are you waiting for? What? Oh, got it. I'm hoping you enjoyed our time together today. And I'm hoping you enjoyed the jokes and the 2 deep breathing exercises and the story of Little Miss Greedy. Well, with that, I've so appreciated you joining in on the fun. And until next time, bye!